What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle, and I want to talk about the brilliance of the transformation of the Democratic Party. The transition that they made when you compare the Democrat Party to the late 19th century after the Civil War to what they're doing now, they have made an amazing transition, but their goal has never changed. To me, if someone says the Democrat Party of today is different than the Democrat Party of the past, I disagree. Now, that doesn't mean the people who believe in the Democrat Party are the same people as the people in the past. They just might not understand what's happening. They're being manipulated, in my opinion. What inspired this? Dr. Michael Eric Dyson. If you know of Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, you know he uses colorful analogies, metaphors. He's a wordsmith, very captivating. It allows him to distinguish himself from the other members of academia, and he gets prominence in part because of that. Here's the quote. This is in regards to Winsome Sears, who won the lieutenant governor position in Virginia. She is a black woman, and some Republicans are trying to take credit for her as being an example of their racial progressiveness. Here's his response. Dr. Michael Eric Dyson says, I quote, "They want credit for having hair in the morning or getting up and brushing their teeth. Look, I've made an achievement that should be noteworthy. No, you are doing what all political figures must do, make choices. The problem here, they want white supremacy by ventriloquist effect. There is a black mouth moving, but a white idea through the running on the runway of the tongue of a figure who justifies and legitimates the white supremacist practices. We know that we can internalize in our own mind, in our own subconscious, in our own bodies, the very principle that are undoing us. So to have a black face speaking on behalf of a white supremacist legacy is nothing new. And it is the chagrin, and it is to the chagrin of those of us who study race that the white folk on the other side and the right wingers on the other side don't understand. So the purpose of that comment, so Winsome Sears, she says things like, I would die for America. She has chants of USA, USA at her press conferences. She says, I'm telling you what you're looking at is the American dream when she's talking about herself. She talks about her dad, how her dad came here with less than $2 in his pocket and worked his butt off to take care of his family. She talked about joining the Marine Corps while she was still a Jamaican because she loved the country so much because of what it had done for her. She was willing to die for the country. Those are the type of things she says, and those are the type of things that Dr. Michael Eric Dyson is portraying as white supremacy through the black face. Why would Dr. Michael Eric Dyson do that? I think his purpose is to make sure that black identitarians don't look at Winsome Sears and see a different path, a different idea, and go a different way. If they go towards Winsome Sears, they could lead down the path. I don't think Dr. Michael Eric Dyson cares about Republican or Democrat. He doesn't give a damn about that. It's establishment or not. So Liz Cheney is in the establishment club. The Lincoln Project, they're in the establishment club. But what if they go down the Winsome Sears route, they could go down the populist route, the Trump route, the Bannon route, all that. America First route. That's out of the establishment control. So his purpose is to say, you ain't black if you go down that route. That's what that was about. Exactly like Biden said, that's what gives Joe Biden the ability to say, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Though that person, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, gives Joe Biden the ability to say that. That's why he felt comfortable saying that. So their goal was to make sure that black and white Americans, that's where you put in the quote from Jamel Hill. She said, the messaging is fine. America just loves white supremacy. So basically she's saying, if you supported Winsome Sears and you're a white supremacist. Dr. Michael Eric Dyson says, if you're black and you supported Winsome Sears, you're not really black. you're black in face, but your voice and your positioning, your USA chants are white supremacy. So that's so Dems can keep power. So let's look at how that happened in the late 19th century. Historian Eric Foner observed, in effect, the Triple K was a military force serving the interests of the Democratic Party, the planter class, and all those who desired restoration of white supremacy. Its purposes were political, but political in the broadest sense, for it sought to affect power relations, both public and private, throughout Southern society. It aimed to reverse the interlocking changes sweeping over the South during Reconstruction, to destroy the Republican Party's infrastructure, undermine the Reconstruction state, reestablish control of the black labor force, and to restore racial subordination in every aspect of Southern life. To that end, they worked to curb the education, economic advancement, voting rights, and right to keep and bear arms of blacks. The Triple K soon spread into nearly every Southern state, launching a reign of terror against Republican leaders, both black and white. What was the purpose that Eric Foner is arguing there? His purpose is saying that the Triple K organization's goal was to scare, attack black and white Republicans to stay with Southern Democrats. Isn't that the same goal? I'm not. I hate that this comes up with the Triple K, because the tactics are completely different. That's the brilliance. I'm not saying Dr. Michael Eric Dyson is Triple K like. I'm saying the goal is the exact same. His goal is the exact same as the Triple K. The tactics are opposite. Isn't that brilliant? Now it's not just the South, it's the whole country. Now it's not a racist attack, it's an anti-racist attack. Isn't that brilliant? So at the end of the day, the Democrat Party is the same that it's always been. They are the party that restricted voting rights. They were the party of Jim Crow. They were the party of trying to restrict the right to keep and bear arms of blacks. They're still trying to do that. Let me know what you think. It's the same tactic. Thanks for listening. Take care.